Jean cruises into Cozumel.
It's a beautiful evening and we're just arriving in Cozumel, where we were lucky enough to get here for the whole evening, and then we've got an overnight, and then we've got the whole day tomorrow till about 11 o'clock. So we're really going to enjoy this coast. Cheers.
Most ships will only stay for the day. So although we had an evening in Cozumel, and we will share that with you because we did some fascinating things, let's see what you can do during the day here in Cozumel.
We woke up this morning and we have neighbours all around us. There's the Carnival Valor, there's the Holland America line, there's us, there's the Icon of the Seas and the Voyage of the Seas. I think it's going to be quite crowded in Cozumel today. It looks very different this morning. All these people are offering tours. We've been told they don't have buses on the island, but they do have little motor taxis for 2 people. But if you want one of those, you've got to walk through and into the town because they're not allowed in here because of the taxi control. They have people everywhere with amazing costumes and makeup, and we've been told that the Aztecs have the straight lines and the Mayans have the round. I can't believe we found this, it's brilliant. Literally 5 minutes walk from the ship, turning left. This is such a find. It's the El Cid Hotel. You pay $25 for the day. You can use all the facilities and free Wi-Fi, and you get $13 off any food and drink that you buy. Fabulous. Although the $13 is off your food and drink, you probably just use it for a beer because you're near enough to go back to the ship.
If you're lucky enough to have pulled in the night before and your ship's berthed, I would suggest you get out fairly quickly to have a look around the shops and the port. It looks spectacular at night, but the big problem is that most of these shops are closing because they've been open all day long. And the trade for one ship is not enough to keep them interested. So, if you want to see all these shops, do get out fairly quickly. The 2 bars either side will stay open, but expect to pay $17 for a margarita or $32 or $34 for a yard of margarita. Things will be cheaper outside the port. There's no live music here, although there's thumping discos. So if you want live music, you've also got to leave the port.
If you're looking for presents to take home, there is no shortage of arts, crafts, silver, shoes, clothes. But do bear in mind that just across the road there's exactly the same thing, and probably cheaper. We decided we were going to go on an adventure and take a taxi to a Mexican restaurant.
We'll show you those shops across the road when we go to the daytime section tomorrow after we've gone to the beach. First, let's have a look inside the restaurant that we visited.
The restaurant wasn't busy and the food and the drinks arrived very quickly. The margarita was certainly cheaper. We ordered a Mexican meal, although we did have a Mexican lady with us and she told us it was gringo food, but we enjoyed it and it wasn't too hot.
We have no idea where we're going. It's nearly midnight, but apparently there is a nightclub nearby that we should visit.
We kept seeing and bumping into people from the ship who had ventured out into the local bars.
This is what happens in Cozumel at sort of past midnight.
The streets felt safe to wander and there were plenty of local bars. We found a couple of singers, but we wanted some dancing and we persisted.
Looks like they found a nightclub they wish to go in. I thought the guy was pretty good at that last place we went to. No, it looks like this is not the right place.
No one else was dancing, so we decided to start dancing in the street. Well, we were with the dance instructors, Graham and Margaret, so we had an excuse. And if you think that was silly, it was about to get sillier.
How are you going to get off it? I want to have the same!
Don't worry, that police car was not for us. Your excursion coaches and the run bus will be waiting in the car park. We decided to take a taxi up to a local beach. They're all listed on the map, and the prices of the taxis are on a board. That's the price of the taxi. If you share it, you can share the price between you. These taxis, they don't have to wait to fill up, and they will go with just 2 people if you're prepared to pay the price.
So the taxi ride was $18 for the 2 of us, and this is where you do the tequila tasting, which is included in the $20 entrance fee. So the entrance is guarded by the house iguana. He's not very friendly, he hasn't told me his name or anything.
This particular beach is called Aquarium Beach. It's a small hotel with its own beach and its own iguana and parrot. And they're both tame, and you'll find them walking up and down the beach with a camera.
The pool's not very popular at the moment, but then why would you? The sea is just there.
The food in the restaurant was good, reasonably priced, and the drinks were cheap too. But the price does add up as you go through the day. The only good thing is that while you're sitting on the sunbed, enjoying those rays and looking out to sea, they will bring the food to your bed.
And you get your sun lounger, your umbrella, your snorkeling, your kayaking, there's paddle boarding, you can go in the pool, you can use the washrooms and the shower facilities, and free Wi-Fi. You can have a massage should you desire one.
If you don't venture out to a beach, here's what's in town.
You can't really get away from the cost of going to the beach in Cozumel. It's $18 in the cab and then $20 to get in. But if you like shopping, there's loads outside the port, just across the road. Buenos dias. She won't speak to me. Is my Spanish not good enough? Buenos dias. If you come off the ship and turn left, and just walk away along about 5 minutes, you'll find this lovely little square with bars and shops.
The prices are so much cheaper than in the port for the drinks. You'll see deals on offer because they're fighting for the trade. Although when there's 8 ships in, that can mean 15,000 cruisers. There is a hard rock as well as a shopping village and dive centres all over the place.
One of the things Cozumel is famous for is leather, and we should have smell-o-vision. It smells wonderful. So this is the beach of the Grand Park Hotel, and it's opposite one of the ships.
But if you get this far, you've passed the hotel with the $25 deal that we showed you earlier.
If your passion is scuba diving, just along from the Grand Park Hotel is Roberta's Scuba Shack.
Diving's a big thing here because underwater looks spectacular. But if you've never learnt to dive, there is an opportunity to go underwater and see the wonders.
131. Thank you. If you want an adventure on a real submarine, you can come here from 8:30 in the morning till 1:30. Every hour it leaves. It lasts 2 hours and it costs about $130. After the submarine place, there's another little dive centre further along, and it's got its own little beach.
All along this front, you're going to be able to find beach clubs with bars, sand, sun, eat, drink and be merry. Oh, and more diving clubs.
Right next to that is the Tequila Beach Bar.
As most beach spaces are private, what is the alternative to paying?
If you just want to have a wander along the beach and have a look in the rock pools, you can do that just 10 minutes from the ship. You just keep going past all the dive centres, and there are a lot of dive centres. You think that's the rumba? If you walk along a little bit further, you come to Stingray Beach, and here, from 8:30 in the morning, you can get tours out to see the stingray.
If you want to explore the island by yourself, do remember to bring your driving license. Whether you want a buggy or a scooter, you will need it.
Rinconcito.
Rinconcito de playa.
Rinconcito. So along the front you'll find lots of little beach clubs like this. This one's called Rinconcito. It opens at 10:30 in the morning, and you can stay as long as you eat and drink. You can stay.
And my last tip, and this is a really serious one, if you have a margarita in each of these beach bars, you might not get back to the ship.
We hope you've enjoyed our film, and if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe and share it with your friends. We hope you have a wonderful time in Cozumel. We certainly did.
Jean cruises into the Cayman Islands.
You can get a $12 trip to the beach, or if you pay $30, you can get a sightseeing tour, which takes 2 hours.
So what you guys want to do?
You can't walk around looking at your phone and not looking where you're going.
Turn right to go shopping.
And the biggest selling thing in all the shops is Blackbeard's rum cake. Really nice.
Go straight on to see the Heroes Square.
We're in Heroes Square, and this sculpture is called Tradition. I absolutely love this statue. It's called Aspiration.
Or turn left for the beach.
2 minutes from where you get off the tender is the Cayman Craft Market.
He came back and washed him back into the shore, and he's so happy. After the story, the kids get the color.
Now we're going to go and try and find the beach.
And the nearest beach is just over the road.
You don't need to snorkel. These fish are practically alive here.
Look, there's somebody with them and they're jumping around. The fish are literally just waiting off that rock.
Yes, I'm one of the artists here in the Cayman Islands.
Absolutely beautiful. They're all beautiful, aren't they?
Thank you.
It's not very far until you come to Sunset Cove, and there is the most glorious bay, completely safe for swimming, safe for children, and sandy bottom. It's fantastic.
Please hit the subscribe button to Cruise Doris Visits. And also review the books if you read them. Thank you very much. Jean's Port Guides are in playlists on YouTube, so the Caribbean is in the Caribbean playlist, and all the others are in their own playlist. Please subscribe.